Campaigns Are Dumb, Episode 5, How to Succeed in Politics Without Really Trying. Happy counting day, everyone. Now, I usually refrain from calling this election day because in most races, the votes needed to actually elect someone have probably already been cast via early and absentee ballots. But that's not the point of today's episode. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying is a popular book that's been made into many musicals and a great 1960s movie. It's even going to have a revival on Broadway next year starring Daniel Radcliffe of Harry Potter fame. It's the story of a lowly window washer who believes he can succeed in business by doing some easy steps instead of doing any real work. In the end, well, you should just rent the movie or read the book. Let's just say there's more than a few ironies within that story and the present shape of American politics. Which brings us to today's question, what counts as success in politics? Now, some will say it's winning elections. Tonight, we're on the verge of what will probably be the biggest pendulum shift in government since the last one 2 years ago. And many people will claim that as success tonight. Others are going to say it's the amount of money raised, and don't forget spent. We have now just concluded the most expensive midterm election in history. There will be some who will be proud of this and use it as a measuring stick for success. There are still others who will define success as simply existing online. People on both sides will point to the number of followers or views or tweets they have, and some even call it a digital footprint, and they'll see it as some type of success. Now, I believe these are some of the very dumb ways that we determine political success. What about getting stuff done? Seems like a simple concept, right? Well, let's find out. This is an email I received from RNC Chairman Michael Steele over the weekend. Now, I realize this is a fundraising email, but I want to point out some interesting things. You may remember in episode 1, we reviewed that one of the problems with politics today is the emphasis on winning over succeeding. Well, here's Exhibit A. We can't just win, we have to win big. And obviously, from the amount of times the word win is used, win a lot. This email linked to this landing page. And note the bar at top at how important money is to the difference between narrow and overwhelming victory. Now look, I know how fundraising works. But party politics has got to be about more than just raising money, right? Well, let's find out. This was the GOP.com homepage over the weekend, and I'm here to find two things. Number one, how Republicans will make healthcare better, and two, what have they done to prove they can? Now, I think these are two pretty decent questions. The vast majority of the Republican argument to vote for their candidates in this election has been about how bad the Democrats have been on fixing healthcare, and pretty much everything else. So if I'm going to vote Republican, then I need to know what they'll do differently and how successful they've been at doing it. Now, one thing that's interesting about the current version of GOP.com is that it's all action-based. I mean, as in, do this, tweet this, give that, get involved socially, blogs, everything like that. Fortunately, though, there is still a lowly issue section. So let's see what's there. Okay, great. Boom, on the issue, see our positions. I don't have to hunt or peck for that. Better healthcare, here we come. Okay, issues, healthcare. We support common sense healthcare reforms. We support common sense healthcare reforms that would lower costs. Oppose government-run healthcare. And that doesn't do a thing. Okay, all right, so what else? Whoa. Okay. Well, that's that, I guess. All right. So how will the GOP improve healthcare? They'll use common sense and oppose Medicare, Medicaid, and the Veterans Administration. All government-run healthcare. All right. Let's try to find question 2. On the issues, leadership, hero, faces, heroes. Wow, a lot of heroes and a lot of faces and a lot of leadership. Oh, wait, hold on. Accomplishments. There it is at the bottom. That's interesting. I wonder why it's there. Okay, well, let's click it. And I'm sure it's going to take, oh, here we go. Accomplishments. 1860, Republicans established the Transcontinental Railroad. That's interesting. I did not know they did that. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Okay. Hey, Republicans have done a lot. Well, I know this is really fast, but this is a long page. Whoa. Okay. I scrolled too much. Let me bring that back here at the end. There we go. 2010, a new beginning. Well, okay. 2004, vouchers for DC school children. I wonder what happened. Here's what's really amazing. This is the entire accomplishments page from GOP.com. These are Republican accomplishments from the 1800s. These are from before Ronald Reagan. These are from Ronald Reagan's presidency. And these are from 1994 to the present. Now let's just focus on those. Now these are statements that Republicans won. These are military operations, and that's a whole discussion in itself, which leaves us with welfare reform, tax cuts, and vouchers for DC school children. So let's go back to my second question. What have Republicans done to prove they can succeed? And there you go. Now, you know what's funny about this? It would be one thing to get this information from a left-leaning, Democrat-loving website, but this isn't that. This is the Republican National Committee website. And I know some people might say, well, the RNC's job is just to raise money and move people. It's not to really say anything. And if you want real answers, go to GOP.gov where all the actual policy stuff is. You know what I think? What you see is what you get. Now, if you're a Republican or have been on the winning side on election night once more, I'm going to leave you with this. Success is not what happens on election night. It's what happens every day after. And that's it for this episode of Campaigns Are Dumb. Until next time, don't be a dummy.